In today's show, the Bitcoin price will bolt higher if Biden wins and rise slower with Trump, according to the Wall Street veteran Max Keiser, who recently shared in this exclusive Cointelegraph interview. I've said many times that I think the transition that includes the medium of exchange use case probably comes after Bitcoin starts to push gold out of the store of value picture at around $100,000 per Bitcoin. And when asked if Peter Schiff will still panic buy Bitcoin at 50,000, he says, yes, I predict that the combo of his business failings plus his legal fees will force him to finally succumb to reality, and he'll come to Bitcoin with his tail between his legs, begging forgiveness, and the timing will be around $50,000 per BTC. And when asked about the presidential election, Keiser says, a Biden win means a win for corruption in the deep state. So I would expect Bitcoin's price to bolt higher as people panic buy unconfiscatable Bitcoin before Biden's socialist jackbooted thugs start confiscating everything. That's right. I'll be giving you all the highlights right here in today's show. Also, in today's episode, Kanye West just dropped the Bitcoin bomb on Joe Rogan's podcast. That's right. Kanye West talking about how Bitcoiners are the true liberation of America with Joe Rogan. Check it out. I'll be giving you all the highlights right here in today's show. Also in today's episode, Bitcoin shoots up to a new year-to-date high after a $13,000 daily close. We haven't seen a daily close this high since January of 2018. And check it out, is $14,000 next for the Bitcoin bulls. We'll be breaking this down for you in today's show, doing some Bitcoin technical analysis. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin barely in the green. Most of the altcoins are back in the red. But where's the Bitcoin price likely to go from here? Find out all this, plus so much more in today's show. Here at Crypto News Alerts, I drop a brand new episode every single day. So be sure to smash that subscribe button. That's right. And turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends just like this. And before I kick off today's show, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below this video in the description. All right, welcome back to another episode of Crypto News Alerts. I'm your host, JV, and let's kick it off by diving into today's top story of the day. The Bitcoin price will bolt higher if Biden wins and rise slower with Trump, according to the Wall Street vet, Max Keiser. Let's break it down, shall we? Max Keiser was just recently interviewed by Cointelegraph, and now for some of the highlights from this very interesting conversation. Cointelegraph asked Paul Tudor Jones, did his investment into Bitcoin spark a new bull cycle? Max responded, first, we need to go back to the Genesis block and understand that everything that had happened and ever will happen with Bitcoin came into existence at that instant, and the world and our species were forever changed. Understand too that Bitcoin is shaping our world around its protocol in ways that most don't understand, but are all powerless to stop. Within that context, it was clear on January 3rd, 2009, the genius of the protocol would catch up to the likes of Paul Tudor Jones and warp his mind. As he said this past week, after studying Bitcoin, he became more bullish, and it's the first time in his career he's ever encountered an asset he's buying to hedge against the carnage of runaway inflation that is pro-humanity. He understands the paradox of the protocol. He understands, like Mike Saylor does now, after rejecting Bitcoin for years, that Bitcoin is in control. The changes to humanity are set in motion, and it's unstoppable because Bitcoin rearranges people's minds and reorders their consciousness. These changes are permanent. Touche. Were you surprised at the news that PayPal is entering the Bitcoin and crypto space? Max responded, no. PayPal, like all companies, came to the realization faster than others that Bitcoin is an existential threat to their business, and to ignore it would mean going out of business. So there you have it. Does the news about Bitcoin payment acceptance bolster price, or is it Bitcoin's value mainly rising because it's being increasingly perceived as a store of value? Max responded, the role of payments comes after Bitcoin establishes itself as a store of value, a point Roger Ver, Craig Wright, and Calvin Ayre never understood, and that's why their projects, Bitcoin Cash and Satoshi Vision, are increasingly becoming worthless compared to Bitcoin. They completely misread the Bitcoin white paper. At the moment, Bitcoin is still establishing itself as a store of value. I've said many times that I think the transition that includes the medium of exchange use case probably comes after Bitcoin starts to push gold out of the store value picture at around $100,000 per Bitcoin. By the way, a warning to gold bugs bashing Bitcoin. Look what happened to Peter Schiff. By not letting Bitcoin change his thinking, he sabotaged himself and appears to be in real trouble. This fate awaits all who mess with Bitcoin. In June, you said that Peter Schiff would buy Bitcoin at 50 G's. Is the price still the same? Yes, I predict the combo of his business failing plus his legal fees will force him to finally succumb to reality, and he'll come to Bitcoin with his tail between his legs, begging forgiveness, and the timing will be around $50,000 per BTC. Now, Goldbugs say that gold will win regardless of who wins the US election. Who do you think is the best for Bitcoin, Biden or Trump? How do you expect Bitcoin will react to the election results next month? Max responded, a Biden win means a win for corruption in the deep state, so I would expect Bitcoin's price to bolt higher as people panic buy unconfiscatable Bitcoin before Biden's socialist jackbooted thugs start confiscating everything. In a replay of the 1938 Kristallnacht with Trump, the US has a chance at a more orderly tradition to Bitcoin, so the price would move up more slowly. Do you believe another bloody Thursday can happen for the markets and Bitcoin again? Max replied, volatility is the price we pay for unconfiscatable, uncensorable, hard money, so I welcome it. Which company or person has done the most for Bitcoin in recent years in terms of adoption? Max replied, the biggest driver of adoption has been the financial terrorists on Wall Street and central banks. Touche. The more they print, the more people flee to individual sovereignty and Bitcoin. That's a fact. Now, what's your view on the popular stock-to-flow model created by Plan B? And what do you say to those who don't believe its price hypothesis, such as 288,000 this halving cycle? Max responded, stock-to-flow is an analytical tool that some people like myself like. It's like technical analysis and chart reading. Some people like technical analysis and swear by it. Some don't. There's no proof that technical analysis has any forecasting ability greater than coin flipping. Same for stock to flow, but each has its fans for various reasons. Now, I'm a fan of the stock to flow. It does also predict a $100,000 Bitcoin price by the end of next year. Let me know if you agree with the stock to flow or disagree with its bullish price predictions. Now, these tools are helpful to organize your thoughts and to imagine price points, trends, etc. Individuals like different analytical tools for different reasons. So ultimately, the only thing that matters is that Bitcoin has no top because fiat money has no bottom. Now, what do you think is causing the hash rate versus the price lag, which you recently said implies a $35,000 to $50,000 Bitcoin value? That's right. Max believes that the Bitcoin price always follows the hash rate. So Max responded, the price lag versus hash rate is due in part to the existence of ish coins that muddy the waters. As Bitcoin dominance climbs, the distracting noise will die off and we'll see the price catch up to the hash rate. Now, what do you think about the future of decentralized finance? Max says DeFi is mostly just repackaged ICO scams. Avoid. So there you have it. And now, before I break down our next story of the day, Kanye West just dropped the Bitcoin bomb on Joe Rogan's podcast, and I reveal what was discussed in this lengthy 3-hour interview. First, let's take a look at the overall crypto market. We can see Bitcoin up 0.7%, trading just above $12,900. We have Ethereum and most of the major altcoins back in the red, with Ether down 1%, trading at $408. XRP down about 1%, trading at 25.3 cents. Mist Litecoin is pretty even, trading just above 58 bucks. We have Cardano down 1%, trading at 10.7 cents. We have BNB down 1.5%, trading just above $30, and Chainlink down 2.5%, trading at $12.36. All right, now let's break down our next story of the day, shall we? Kanye West Yeezy took some time to discuss Bitcoin and cryptos once again. This time he did so on the Joe Rogan Experience, which released an episode on the world famous artist and designer on October 24th. I watched the entire 3-hour interview very late last night. It was really good, and it's good to see that Kanye gets it. West discussed Bitcoin in the past. In 2018, he said in an interview with Charlemagne that he sees the asset as a place where one could put their money. He named the crypto alongside credit cards as well as cash. And in the recent interview with Rogan, the artist and presidential candidate said he's recently been talking with friends about Bitcoin and crypto. He said he did so in preparation for the Rogan interview. And for context, Joe Rogan has been somewhat of a supporter of cryptos, hosting Bitcoin evangelist Andreas Antonopoulos multiple times and promoting guests like Jack Dorsey on the subject. Check out this quick video clip of Kanye West talking about how Bitcoiners are the true liberation of America with Joe Rogan. There you have it. Pretty cool, right? West elaborated that he finds it so interesting that Bitcoin proponents have an idea about the true liberation of America and humanity, is quoted saying, a lot of the tech guys can use these new highways, these new information highways, to create the next frontier of humanity. And West's friends Elon Musk, the CEO of Tesla and SpaceX, is also interested in Bitcoin. He once called the structure of the crypto brilliant before elaborating in later comments comments that the coin may have value today due to the inflation of the US dollar and other fiat monies. I just think it's so cool that Kanye West truly gets it and he understands the power of the king of all crypto as a sovereign human being. All right, and before I break down our next story of the day, Bitcoin shoots up to a new year-to-date high after $13,000 daily close, which we haven't seen the likes of since January of 2018. But first, let's take a look at the overall crypto market cap, sitting at $393 billion, with $82 billion in volume in the past 24 hours, and current BTC dominance back on the climb at 61% even, according to CoinMarketCap. And now checking out the top gainers within the top 100, we have Filecoin up 30%, trading just below $30. Quant up about 14%, trading above $15. We have Near Protocol up almost 10%, trading just below 80 cents. Ample Fourth up 8%, trading at $1.17. And Satoshi Vision up 5%, trading at $176. And now checking out the biggest losers within the top 100, we have Elrond down 10%, trading at $8.39. Hedge Trade down 7%, trading just below 62 cents. Synthetics Network Token down 6%, trading at $3.59. We have Ren down almost 6%, trading at 31 cents. And Yearn Finance, better known as YFI, down 5%, trading just above $14,400. Now, out of this list of the biggest gainers and losers, which altcoins in particular are you most bullish on? Drop me a comment right down below. And now checking out the BitMEX margins, we can see the bears are back in control, leading with about 19 million in superiority in the last 24 hours, with shorts barely leading 50.6% versus 49.3% longs. Are you currently bullish or bearish on the king of all crypto? Holla at your boy. And now checking out one of my favorite indicators is the Crypto Greed and Fear Index. Shows we're currently rated a 76, back in extreme greed. Yesterday a 73 in greed, last week a 55 in greed, and last month a 46 in fear. And if you're not familiar with the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, extreme fear can be a sign investors are too worried. That can be a great buying opportunity, aka BTFD, buy that frickin' dip. And when investors are getting too greedy, that means the market is due for a correction. All right, before I break down our final story of the day and we do some Bitcoin technical analysis and discuss the possibilities of Bitcoin smashing that $14,000 resistance next, first, I want to remind you to smash that show more button right below this video in the description for a detailed analysis of what's going on in the market. This goes for all 580 plus videos right here on my YouTube channel. Also have some very helpful resources for you to plug into, including the blog to my podcast, which could be found at cryptonewsyes.com. Also be sure to smash that subscribe button right below this video to help support the YouTube channel. If you're listening or tuning in on a different platform outside of YouTube, the direct YouTube link is cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also find us on Spotify, the home of the Joe Rogan Experience. Our link is right here in the description, or spotify.cryptonewsalerts.net. You can also find us on Apple's iTunes. Of course, you can follow us on Twitter to receive daily crypto news alerts. My Twitter handle is crypto news yes. And for those of you active on Facebook, as I am, I do have a private crypto Facebook group entitled Crypto Alchemy. To join it, click this link, request to join. I'll be sure to plug you in. And for those of you active on Telegram, as I am, I do have a private crypto Telegram chat. To join it, click this link. You'll automatically be added, and I'm looking forward to connecting with you personally on the inside. All right, now let's break down our final story of the day. Bitcoin has once again rallied over the past day, bringing it to a new year-to-date high at 13,350. The latest move higher just took place, bringing the leading crypto from 13,150 to the aforementioned highs, as we can see right here on your screen. It started surging last night. This comes after Bitcoin saw a notable daily candle close of 13,000. This daily candle close was the highest of its kind since January of 2018. That's right. Many see this as notable, as 13,000 has long been an important level for Bitcoin to hold, as evidenced by the highs of 2019 and some price action in 2018. With Bitcoin surging to a new year-to-date high, the futures market interestingly does not seem to be embracing this move. Bybit, a crypto derivatives tracker, reports that most Bitcoin perpetual futures markets currently have neutral funding rates at 0.01% per 8 hours. The funding rate is the fee that long positions pay short positions to ensure that the price of the future is around the same price as the spot market. Now, high funding rates often indicate that the derivatives trackers are pushing the price of the Bitcoin higher. So is $14,000 next for the king of all crypto? Well, some analysts do think so, that Bitcoin will visit 14,000 next. The trader who predicted predicted the decline in September down to a 2% accuracy, shared the following chart below, indicating that Bitcoin may soon pop even higher. So let me know if you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to break out and test $14,000 resistance next. Drop me a comment right down below. Now I want to share some of my personal Bitcoin price predictions. I do still feel very strongly that Bitcoin will break out to a new all-time high this year in the fourth quarter of 2020, revisiting price discovery mode. And once we hit that price discovery mode, there's no telling how high the Bitcoin price could climb. All I know is this: let's not forget, we just recently had a Bitcoin halving a few months back, and Bitcoin couldn't be more bullish with the macroeconomic factors, including all the massive institutional demand, as well as PayPal's recent announcement with over 300 million customers adopting the king of all crypto, which is the gateway to all cryptocurrency. You feel me? So this includes massive adoption in the crypto space. So as you can tell, I couldn't be more bullish than where I'm currently at right now. And now for a quick recap of what I covered with you here in today's show. The Bitcoin price will bolt higher if Biden wins and rise slower with Trump, according to the RT host, Max Keiser. Also in today's show, I shared that Kanye West just dropped the Bitcoin bomb on the Joe Rogan podcast. If you missed this 3-hour in-depth interview, be sure to check it out. It was really good and definitely worth watching. You can definitely tell that Kanye West gets it. So shout out to Yeezy. Also in today's show, I shared with you some Bitcoin technical analysis and the fact that the $14,000 resistance is most likely next for the king of all crypto. So where do you feel the Bitcoin price is likely to go from here? Drop me a comment right down below. Well, that's going to conclude today's show. As always, I appreciate you tuning in and journeying along with me inside this incredible crypto matrix. If you gain value out of today's show, be sure to smash that subscribe button, that's right, and turn on all notifications to receive daily premium crypto news alerts every single day, including weekends, just like this. And real quick before I go, if interested in tapping into OPM, leveraging other people's money to grow your wealth and crypto portfolio, then smash that link right below this video in the description and register for this free system entitled OPM Wealth. You'll be glad you did, and I look forward to seeing you on tomorrow's episode. Peace.